every day to be perfectionists. Nobody is perfect, but we strive every day to be the best that we can possibly be. This kid works extremely hard, but you can never take anything for granted. I think this fighter is more dangerous than Abner Mares.
This is not a Lamont Roach, but a fighter can do everything in the gym, man.
Against Gervonta.
Oh, of course.
Man, Gervonta is a very aggressive fight. I've watched his
At the Lamont Roach press conference, Floyd Mayweather gave a stern warning to Gervonta "Tank" Davis, telling him he could get hurt. Tensions rose as Mayweather cautioned Davis about dangers inside and outside the ring. Meanwhile, Floyd Schofield made it clear that no one is afraid of Tank. He believes Davis should focus on his actual opponents instead of talking on Twitter and trying to please fans on social media. According to Schofield, despite all his online antics, Tank still struggles to win over fans.
And, why be on Twitter all the time and, going back and forth with these guys when you got a job to do? There's fighters out there who are on Twitter 24/7 and can't satisfy their own fan base. So I'm not going to end up like those fighters because, my job is fighting first and making it out that ring safe. Then possibly after the fight, I can call, names out, after the fight. But, being online all the time, that's not for me. It was never for me. I didn't even want an Instagram. But my dad was like, you got to create a fan base. So.
Wow. Young guy, and you don't even care about social media. I mean, that just goes to show how focused you are, obviously, on the end goal of what you want for your career. One of the things you talked about, too, is that you don't... Obviously, money's important, don't get me wrong. Everybody needs to survive. You obviously want to make a better living for yourself, but legacy seems to be more on the forefront for you than just a paycheck.
Schofield also suggested that Lamont Roach could pull off a shocking knockout, shaking up the boxing world. While many see Roach as the underdog, Schofield believes he has the skills and potential to deliver a stunning upset. If Roach manages to stop Gervonta "Tank" Davis, it would go down as one of the biggest surprises in recent boxing history. Schofield's confidence in Roach highlights his belief that anything can happen in boxing. He acknowledges that Tank is a dangerous and highly skilled fighter, but he also recognizes that underdogs have shocked the world before. If Roach capitalizes on the right moment, he could pull off an upset that no one saw coming.
Someone else's fight as opposed to your own?
Me personally, no, because I don't know what Lamont Roach and his team are working on. I don't want to, down the man because who knows, maybe he might shock the world. It's not on us to decide. I mean, boxing is a one-shot sport. Anything can happen. Nobody's invincible from getting knocked out. So, Tank better stay off Twitter. He better worry about his opponent. So, that's all I got to say. But in my opinion, Tank should win, but you never know.
Okay. All right. Floyd, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. It was lovely meeting you. And hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you post-fight.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This matchup is widely seen as a major money-making event. Lamont Roach competes at 130 pounds, while Gervonta "Tank" Davis fights at 135 pounds. Despite the weight difference, the fight is expected to generate significant revenue. Fans are excited to see these two top fighters go head-to-head, making this a highly lucrative event for everyone involved. The anticipation surrounding the bout adds to its commercial appeal, ensuring strong ticket sales and pay-per-view numbers.
Like Floyd Money Mayweather, one of the greats, one of the legends, one of the GOATs said to himself, Sugar Tank Davis. So we know that Tank Davis loves to be painting his nails, wearing stilettos, wearing them purses. How many pay-per-view buys does this Roach Jr. coming up for 130? How many buys do you think this does, my brother?
350 is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back from defeat to be a world champ. I think it'll do a good 450, 500.
I think it does maybe 175,000 pay-per-view buys if David Benavidez isn't a part of that crowd, because we know that the Ecuadorian guacamole in Arizona sun where Tuto is from. So they know that without David Benavidez, they can't bring that extra 150,000 pay-per-view buys. It looks like it's going to crash, like the stock market one day will crash.
Kenny Ellis believes that the Gervonta "Tank" Davis vs. Lamont Roach fight is earning more respect from boxing fans. He acknowledges Roach's impressive amateur and professional career, calling him a skilled world champion. Ellis points out that while Roach has been underrated, fans are now beginning to recognize his talent. He attributes Roach's lower visibility to a lack of self-promotion, explaining that if a fighter doesn't put themselves in the spotlight, people simply won't know them. Despite his quiet and laid-back nature, Roach is proving that he is a serious competitor who can truly fight.
Coaches up in Florida. Do you see a different Lamont Roach coming into this fight?
No, I don't. It's I tell people all the time, no offense, no, this is not a Lamont Roach, but a fighter can do everything in the gym, man. They can do their push-ups, their pull-ups, they can run 10 miles a day, they can eat their diet, they can change their diet, they can do everything right, but it have to be in your DNA to take pain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing and able to take the pain that come with this shit? That's for any fighter, you know?
Right.
And that's the difference in a lot of the fights. You got to be willing to take the pain that come with it.
Mm. Now,
in the actual fight, not the training, in the actual fight.
In the actual fight, what's the difference between, you know, the pain inside the gym gearing up to the fight versus the lights and you know, being on Showtime?
No, the workout pain, muscle sore, fatigue, that's different, but
it prepares you for those lights.
That pain in the actual fight, man, when shit get rattled, your eggs get scrambled, your eyes get blurry, fucking mouth and nose get fucked up. You know, a little bit of everything. Body shots. You just gotta be willing to take the pain and come with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting your equilibrium shook every other round.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is facing backlash, with some critics calling him a cherry picker for choosing to fight Lamont Roach. However, others believe this matchup is underrated, pointing out that unexpected fights sometimes turn out to be more exciting than highly promoted super fights. Johnny Ortiz has come to Davis' defense, arguing that Tank shouldn't be blamed for fighting a legitimate champion like Roach. He questions whether Davis is expected to simply wait for bigger-name opponents, emphasizing that Roach holds a title, making this fight a reasonable and justified choice.
Always the fights that the fans really aren't asking for that are really the good fights. Because the fights that we consider super fights, oh man, this guy versus that guy's going to be the greatest fight ever. Them Jones is like whitewashers.
Yeah, because certain brands when it comes to like bigger names don't mean it's always the best fight when it comes to skill, and that's where I get where you coming from. But Lamont Roach, we know he don't got a big name. Good fighter. Champion 130. The thing is, when it comes to Lamont Roach, is where I say, but people don't know, they'd be like taking cherry picking, but how is take cherry picking when literally he's supposed to be right now like the face of boxing right now, like most popular, especially Black American. And everybody's offers came up with reasons why he can't fight him. Starting with Lomachenko, there was Rayo, De Los Santos hurt. They try to offer the WBO.
Dennis Berinchik?
Dennis Berinchik. Didn't hear it back. So it ain't like.
So wait. You're in the back rooms, right?
Yeah.
I see people giving you shit in the comments, but you're in the back rooms. Run off everybody who Team Tank hit up for a fight.
I just named the four for sure. Then Lomachenko.
No, just running back just in case they missed it.
Lomachenko, Berinchik, Rayo, De Los Santos, and Tio.
Mickey Bay admits that he initially wanted Gervonta "Tank" Davis to fight someone else, but understands the logic behind facing Lamont Roach. He acknowledges that,
but at the same time, this one of you could say, all right, I'll take that. Dude got a good record, he's a champion, they from the same area. It make business sense. I think Tank, other than Canelo, Tank is probably maybe the most like fighter where people excited to see across the world. So he get them kind of perks. So you can't. That's what the question you just asked me about business. That's a business move. When we say what's the difference between business to the business side of boxing.
Yeah.
he giving us something to where it's like, all right, it's a good fight, but it make business sense because they both in the same town. I ain't sure if they going wherever they do it is gonna make sense, whether it's Vegas or their hometown. But I like it. It's a good fight.
How does that fight play out, Mickey?
I see Tank by SHOCKS, man. It's his time right now, man. It's gonna take, somebody like a Shakur. I would have liked to see him with Lomachenko, but Loma, I guess Loma didn't want that fight. So it's gonna take somebody real crafty to go them 12 rounds with Tank, because Tank is real. He on fire right now.
Many believe that both Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis are elite fighters, making it tough to predict a winner. While Davis is the favorite, Roach is confident in his ability to win and is already planning to challenge Tank to a rematch after this bout. Roach's determination and belief in his skills add even more intensity to this rivalry. He sees this fight as more than just an opportunity, it's a chance to prove himself on the biggest stage. With both fighters eager to make a statement, this matchup promises to be highly competitive and exciting for fans.
Against Gervonta.
Oh, of course.
Now, Gervonta is a very aggressive fight. I've watched his tape. I've watched yours. I have no particular pick because I think you are as skilled. I know Gervonta is definitely skilled and a beast. My question really is, if you win this fight, who do you fight next? Because I would imagine that if you got permission to go up, nobody else in the other weight classes would be of interest to you. Where do you go next?
See, now we're getting somewhere. I'll fight him again.
You would do a rematch?
Yeah.
And does that make the purse bigger?
I mean, obviously, there's a rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Rayo. Because I asked them to fight Rayo before Tank and them, before we would propose this fight.
Yes.
I did ask to fight the 140-pound champ. Before this,
you were prepared for that.
Lamont Roach has made it clear that his fight against Gervonta Tank Davis isn't about money, it's about proving himself. He sees Davis as an easy opponent, even describing him as nothing more than a piece of cake. Roach confidently claims that he is the true champion at 130 pounds, while Tank competes at 135 pounds. However, he believes the weight difference won't matter when they step into the ring. For Roach, this fight is about showing the world that he belongs among the best, and is determined to back up his words with his performance.
Beat 30 people, knocked out, 28 of them, right? What makes you different?
He probably can't answer that question. But it's the skill, the will. I got the whole package, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not sitting there waiting to get hit by nobody, especially somebody that's supposed to be a power puncher.
Mm-hmm.
That's evidently a power puncher.
Mm-hmm.
I got too much. I got too much to go out like that. I'm not saying he don't, but I can't. If anything, I'm trying to flip it around. I'm trying to make it flip the narrative. I'm the one in there.
Shakur Stevenson has shown strong interest in facing Gervonta Tank Davis, believing that their matchup would be one of the biggest fights in boxing today. Stevenson is confident that a fight between them would generate massive attention from fans and media, making it a true blockbuster event. With both fighters being highly skilled and undefeated, Stevenson sees this as a clash that could define their legacies. He remains eager to prove himself against Tank, knowing that a fight of this magnitude would not only excite the boxing world but also cement the winner as one of the sport's biggest stars.
Me and Tank, it's the biggest fight in the world. Yeah. It's going to be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens. I can see it happening not too far in the future.
Really?
I can see it happening. I don't think, I think Tank will sign that contract.
Dang.
And I'm going to sign a contract too, so it's
now you're going to get it on.
Yeah.
Go. He almost hit you. Hold me.
I know what's happening on the I go that way for a reason. Who's this girl recording? Who's she recording?
Gervonta Tank Davis has made it clear that he seeks thrilling, high-energy fights, and he believes his matchup with Lamont Roach has the potential to deliver the excitement he craves. He sees Roach as a worthy opponent who will bring the kind of action fans want to see in the ring. In contrast, Davis has expressed skepticism about a fight against Shakur Stevenson, stating that it wouldn't provide the same level of entertainment. He suggests that Stevenson's fighting style may not make for an action-packed showdown, emphasizing that he prefers matchups that keep fans on the edge of their seats.
I'm about to show y'all something and I want y'all to pay close attention. Tank's telling y'all, he don't want to chase him around. Y'all want to see Tank knock people out. You don't want to see him chase somebody around the whole fight because what happened when Shakur do it, when somebody chasing him around? It's boring. What's next for Tank? If anything, it's going to be Keyshawn out of them two. Keyshawn is more entertaining. Keyshawn going to stand there and throw the punches. You can look into Shakur eyes when I show y'all this when Terrence Crawford say, look, he up next, and how he turned his head. Like, he don't even believe in himself no more. Like, check it out, man.
What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing.
You don't think he's better than any of the guys you
He's looking
face?
more better than him.
Who that?
Than Keyshawn.
He's playing Matador for moments, goes downstairs with a vicious right.
You and Keyshawn's gonna get tanked, so the walls are closing in. So awesome.
It's gonna be him though.
It makes sense.
Again, Shakur's not countering. He's again.
During a heated exchange, Gervonta Tank Davis warned Lamont Roach not to bring family into their rivalry. Roach had previously mentioned that his entire family, based in Washington, D.C., is deeply supportive of his boxing career. However, Davis made it clear that family should be off-limits when it comes to their trash talk. While both fighters are confident and outspoken, Davis wants to keep the focus on the fight itself. His warning adds even more tension to an already intense build-up, making their showdown even more personal and highly anticipated.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. Yeah,
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here
It's
shaking
gonna
on the
be-
what's the name? He was shaking on the
Pops.
on my kids. He was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was
never.
shaking.
Don't never. Bro. That's cap. What I'm about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
It gotta
how
be.
you gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey,
Somebody
What's
lying.
good?
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
hey. I'm
Okay,
glad my
Tank,
name is somebody.
A $100 billion bet is highly unrealistic, as no fighter, no matter how wealthy, has that kind of money to wager. If you meant to exaggerate for effect, it would be better to clarify. However, if Davis did make a significant bet, it would be a bold statement of his confidence. That said, placing a large wager against Lamont Roach would send a clear message that Davis fully believes in his dominance. Beyond being a financial gamble, it would serve as a psychological tactic to show that he has no doubts about winning. Whether this bet is real or just part of the pre-fight mind games, it adds even more hype to an already intense showdown.
What?
Who said that? You said
My
what?
man over
You
there
said
said
what?
bet.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just call it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet. What's your name? Al, where you from? All right, bet. It's a bet.
Yeah, cuz. Yeah, cuz.
Tank, he feeling better now. Tank feeling better.
Yeah. Somebody done got him out his bag.
Lamont, what's going down March 1st? Prediction, how does it play out at Barclays Center here?
You signed 100K?
Come on, hey, fool, hold on. He with me, so that he wasn't gonna say nothing. He wasn't gonna say no number with no K.
Y'all want bet 100? Right.
At a press conference, Gervonta Tank Davis discussed how his opponents often change once they step into the ring with him. He explained that many fighters talk tough before the fight, but when they finally face him, they quickly realize the difference in skill and power. Davis believes that Lamont Roach will experience the same reality. While Roach has been confident in the lead-up to the fight, Tank is certain that once they exchange punches, Roach will understand the true challenge he's up against. Davis sees this as a pattern in his fights and expects to prove his dominance once again when they meet in the ring.
When the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm going to beat his ass.
He can't
y'all
do
talk.
shit.
For real. I better be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
He got the whole hood over
there.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none
My
of that.
mother, he
I
can't
don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm going to f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
y'all
going to get f***ed. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay.
That shit.
Okay.
That shit ain't never going to stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you.
Stephen Espinosa addressed questions about Gervonta Tank Davis facing Lamont Roach on March 1st in New York, acknowledging Roach's high boxing IQ and strong skills. However, he understands why some fans are questioning the matchup, given the high expectations that come with elite fighters like Tank and Canelo. Espinosa revealed that early discussions for a Shakur-Stevenson fight didn't progress due to concerns about long-term commitments. While Tank has fought at 140 pounds before, Espinosa believes 135 pounds is his optimal weight class. Despite the criticism, he argues that the Roach fight makes sense at this moment and assures fans that bigger fights could still happen in the future.
Versus Lamont Roach, right? March 1st, we're going to get this fight here in New York. There are a lot of questions of why Lamont Roach, right? Let's not discredit him. He's a great fighter, great chin, high IQ. But why Lamont Roach? That's the questions that all the fans are asking at the beginning.
Look, I think the reality is, I think those are fair questions. I mean, when you have fighters the caliber of Tank, of Canelo, the bar is always high. When you continue to perform well against high-level opposition, people expect a lot from. There were preliminary discussions about the Shakur fight, early on, like back early, for 2024 before this was scheduled. Didn't get very far for reasons I won't go into. But
come on.
I just think there were, I'm not sure that the time was right. I think, what Shakur was looking for was something different than, he was looking for more of a long-term commitment other than just doing one fight, and so he's got his deal, he's getting busy. He's got a fight scheduled and, maybe we'll pick up and do something there. But aside from that, I mean, to be candid, those are the big names at 135. I know Tank has gone up to 140. And he would on occasion. He hasn't looked the best there. Overall, I think 135 is his best weight.
Lamont Roach is widely considered the best fighter in his division. Unlike fighters such as Frank Martin, Roach has already held a championship title and is currently in his prime, showcasing elite skills. His experience and talent make him a serious threat to Gervonta Tank Davis. That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates next time.